Hello, and thank you for joining us. I appreciate you taking the time to work on developing your English skills and personal growth. Today, I want to share a special story about my trip to England with my girlfriend. It was a very romantic and memorable experience for both of us. This trip helped us understand each other better and created many beautiful memories. The trip happened last spring. My girlfriend and I had been very busy with work and study, so we wanted to take a short vacation together. We talked about many places, but finally we chose England. We both wanted to visit London because it is a famous and historic city. We were very excited to travel together because it was our first international trip as a couple. Before the trip, we spent time planning everything. We searched for famous tourist attractions and interesting activities. My girlfriend is very organized, so she helped book flight tickets and hotel rooms. I helped find restaurants and places to visit. Every night, we talked about our travel plan and imagined what England would look like. We felt very happy and excited. On the day of departure, we arrived at the airport very early. I felt a little nervous because I do not travel abroad very often. My girlfriend helped me carry my luggage and checked our documents carefully. The flight to London was long, but we watched movies and talked together. Sometimes we looked outside the window and enjoyed the view of the clouds. When we arrived in London, the weather was cool and fresh. The sky was a little cloudy, but the city looked beautiful and peaceful. Our hotel was near the city center, so it was very convenient. The hotel room was small but comfortable. From the window, we could see busy streets and many red double-decker buses. I felt very excited because I had seen these buses many times in movies. On our first day, we decided to visit Buckingham Palace. This is the official home of the British royal family. Many tourists were standing outside the palace to watch the changing of the guard ceremony. The guards wore traditional uniforms and tall black hats. The ceremony was very interesting and organized. We took many photos together and enjoyed the atmosphere. After visiting the palace, we walked through St. James's Park. The park was very beautiful and peaceful. There were many flowers, trees, and small lakes. We saw ducks and birds near the water. My girlfriend and I sat on a bench and talked about our life and future plans. It was a simple moment, but it made us feel very close to each other. On the second day, we visited the Tower of London. This place has a long and interesting history. We learned about kings, queens, and famous stories from the past. We also saw the crown jewels, which are very valuable and beautiful. My girlfriend loves history, so she enjoyed this visit very much. She told me many interesting facts, and I enjoyed listening to her. Later, we walked across Tower Bridge. The bridge was very famous and impressive. We took many pictures together. The weather was cold, so we bought hot coffee and walked along the river. The view of the Thames River was very beautiful. We saw many boats and old buildings along the river. Another special part of our trip was trying British food. Every morning, we ate breakfast at small cafes near our hotel. I tried English breakfast for the first time. It included eggs, sausage, beans, toast, and tomatoes. The meal was very big, but it tasted good and gave us energy for the day. One afternoon, we visited a traditional British tea shop. The shop was small and cozy. We tried afternoon tea with sandwiches, cakes, and hot tea. The cakes were sweet and delicious. We talked and laughed while enjoying the tea. It was a very romantic experience, and I still remember it clearly. On the third day, we visited the British Museum. The museum had many historical objects from different countries. We saw ancient statues, old books, and traditional art. We walked around for several hours, but there was still so much to see. I learned many new things about world history and culture. Later that day, we went shopping on Oxford Street. The street was very busy and full of shops. We bought some clothes and souvenirs. My girlfriend bought a small teddy bear for me as a gift. I felt very happy and touched because it was a sweet surprise. One of the most exciting experiences during the trip was riding the London Eye. This is a very large observation wheel near the river. When we reached the top, we could see the entire city of London. The view was amazing. The city looked very beautiful, especially in the evening when the lights started to shine. We took many photos and enjoyed the romantic atmosphere. During the trip, we also experienced some small difficulties. The weather in London changed very quickly. Sometimes it was sunny and suddenly it started raining. One day we forgot to bring umbrellas and got wet in the rain. At first, we felt uncomfortable, but later we laughed and enjoyed the moment together. It became a funny memory for us. Another challenge was using public transportation. The subway system in London was very busy and confusing. On our first day, we got confused and took the wrong train. We felt worried, but we asked for help and finally found the correct way. This experience taught us how to stay calm and solve problems together. Besides visiting famous places, the most important part of the trip was spending time together. At home, we are often busy and do not have much time to relax. During the trip, we talked more and learned more about each other. We shared our dreams, future plans, and personal stories. This helped our relationship become stronger. One evening, we walked along the Thames River at night. The city lights were very beautiful and romantic. We watched the lights reflect on the water and enjoyed the quiet atmosphere. We talked about how happy we felt during the trip. It was one of the most meaningful moments for both of us. At the end of the trip, we felt sad because we did not want to leave England. On our last day, we visited a small park near our hotel and took our final photos. We talked about our favorite memories from the trip and promised to travel together again in the future. When we returned home, we shared our photos and stories with our friends and families. Everyone was very interested in our journey. Sometimes, when I feel stressed or tired, I look at those photos again. They remind me of happy moments and make me smile. This trip taught me many important things. I learned about British culture, history, and food. I also learned how to travel in a foreign country and communicate with new people. Most importantly, I learned that traveling with someone you love can create very special memories. I hope that in the future, my girlfriend and I can visit England again. We want to explore more cities and experience more activities together. Traveling helps us grow and understand each other better. Thank you very much for listening to my podcast today. I hope you enjoyed my story. Have you ever traveled with someone special? Maybe you can think about your favorite trip and share it with someone you love. See you in the next episode. Goodbye and have a wonderful day.